hunched. So from standing with this type of posture with the hands on the hips, you actually find that there are 4 detrimental positions to your body. Tight quadriceps, loose abdominal muscles, a tight lumbar area, and a very hunched, tight shoulder area. So notice where the thumbs are in most cases. The thumbs are on the top of the hip bones. This has the tendency to push the pelvis forward. We'll exaggerate this a bit more. It pushes the pelvis forward, so the backside sticks out, and these tighten up more. And for men, this particular posture is a very locking mechanism around the hip joint area for them. So let's try and get rid of that. Drop the hands by the sides. Draw your beeline in. And you'll find that there will be, from this position, a mild tuck because of the beeline, but you're not actually trying to physically tuck. Keep the beeline in there. Relax the shoulders. Now, when relaxing the shoulders, the shoulder blades should be pressed to the hips, and the ribs and the hip alignment from the sides should be as tall as possible. So whenever you're standing, sitting, or lying down on your back, always try and maintain the side distance, the lateral side. The distance between the ribs and the hips should be as tall as possible, with the shoulder blades pressed to the hips. Let's start the exercise program, and keep in mind, as with any exercise program you undertake, that you must check with your practitioner first before attempting any of these exercises. So, starting with the standing roll, slowly curling forward, breathing out as you curl down, and if you start to feel the back at all, gently bend the knees. So it's a deep breath out, going down as far as you comfortably can, holding the position for the breath in, and breathe out as you come up, and use that beeline to come up. So draw the abdominals in and slowly curl up, breathing out, using the stomach muscles. If you feel the hamstrings overstretching, don't go down so far. Remember the pain scale? You want to go down as far as an 8, but never into a 9. So breathing out as you curl forward. If you feel any pressure in the back, any stretch that you feel uncomfortable with, bend the knees. Take a breath in and breathe out as you slowly curl up. As you can see, in the case of Brooke over here, the knees are bent because of the back tightness. So again, slowly curl down, breathing out. It's a deep sigh out, keeping the knees comfortably bent, the shoulders relaxed. Hold for the breath in, and then beeline before you come up into the movement, breathing out as you come up. Taking a breath in at the top of the movement, and one more time. Take a breath in and breathe out as you curl down. Keeping your beeline, keep the shoulders relaxed, the chin comes to the chest, letting the hamstring stretch, letting the lower back stretch. Hold for the breath in and breathe out as you slowly curl up, beeline before you come up, and a deep sigh out of the mouth. Okay, let's get into the start stretches. So if we'd like to take our positions. It's exceptionally important to start stretching the back muscles whenever you're doing any exercise program prior to doing anything strenuous. So we start off with loosening up the lower back by sitting in a diamond shape. If the back slumps, so tighten the legs, heels towards your groin more, and you'll find that the lower back stretches out too much. So what we'd like to do here is bring the feet away from the groin, because it's exceptionally important that the back is always safe. So keep the back in an upright position. If this position still is uncomfortable for the spine, take the legs further out. Stretch both arms up into the air, as tall as you can. Take the hands down the back, as comfortably as you can. In some cases, if people have some neck pain in this area, what we will then do is cross the hands on the chest, and then we'll start the exercise. So taking a breath in without moving, breathe out and curl forward, the chin to the chest, the chin to the rib cage, and the nose to the beeline. You're still holding the beeline. Take a breath in without moving, breathe out, and slowly curl in towards the beeline again. Keeping in mind that when you're breathing into the upper back. Hold for the breath in, breathe out, and curl forward again. Hold the position for the breath in through the nose, and a deep sigh as you curl forward, nose to beeline. Keeping the neck and shoulders relaxed. If your shoulders are hunching, just let them drop slightly. Another breath in, And again, a deep sigh out. And slowly straighten up into a tall position, lifting the ribs away from the hips, as tall as you can. Relax the hands by the sides, and extend the legs out in front of you. For those of you, again, who've got a slump in the lower back, keep the knees slightly bent, and the feet are pointed. Again, the hands are up to the ceiling, hands down the back or the hands crossed. Keeping your beeline, breathe out as you curl forward. You should feel the hamstrings working here and a stretch in the lower back. The other area where you may feel a stretch is across the shoulder blades. That's okay as long as you're not feeling any pressure going up into the neck area. If you do, keep the shoulders relaxed to the floor. Taking a breath in again, in through the nose. Don't hold the breath at all, and a deep sigh out of the mouth as you curl in. Hold the position for the breath in, and again, a breath out, drawing the beeline in. Hold for the breath in into the upper back, and a deep sigh out as you curl in. And gently straighten up again, lifting the ribs away from the hips as tall as possible. Stretch the hands up and relax down by the sides. This time, flex the feet. And what we mean by flex is press through your heels as hard as you can. This should increase the stretch in the hamstring. Once again, hands to the ceiling, hands in position, and again, curl forward. The ribs are coming to the hips, the chin to the chest, and the nose to the beeline. So you're not changing the position of the lower back. The lower back area is always staying as tall as possible, and there is no lean out of the hips. Taking a breath into the upper back, a deep sigh out of the mouth for a 5 count as you curl the nose towards the beeline. Hold the position for the breath in, and breathe out as you curl forward. It is a good idea to try and hear yourself breathe, simply because you will get the habit of breathing deeply that way. So keep breathing as deeply as possible and hear yourself breathe, a deep sigh out of the mouth. And straighten up again, comfortably lifting the ribs away from the hips, keeping the beeline, relaxing the hands, and bending the right leg up to the side. This leg should also be comfortable, where the back does not shift and the hips do not shift. Keep the left foot flexed, and the hands in position again. Hands up to the ceiling, relax the hands into position, and again curling in. Once again, the stretch should be felt either in the lower back or across the shoulder blades and in the right hamstring. The left knee is comfortably open to the floor. Another breath in through the nose for a 5 count, and a sigh out of the mouth for a 5 count. Another breath in through the nose for a 5 count, and a sigh. As the exercise gets easier and the hamstring starts to stretch, you can then gently straighten the leg until this knee touches the ground. Straightening up again, breathing in, lifting the ribs away from the hips as tall as possible, relax the hands, and change legs. Hands to the ceiling for a stretch of the spine, hands in position, and again, beeline, curl the chin to the chest, chin to rib cage, nose to beeline, and breath in into the upper back. Deep sigh out as you curl the nose to the beeline. Hold the position for the breath in. Breathe out, curl forward again, pressing through the heel, still as comfortably as possible. Hold the position for the breath in. Breathe out, curl forward. And hands up to the ceiling again, straightening up. Relax the hands by the sides and extend the legs out in front of you. So, just to recap on this one, whenever doing the stretches into the sitting position, make sure that the ribs are lifted away from the hips as tall as possible. The legs are as extended as far as possible, so that the knees are as flat as possible to the ground. The beeline is always held. The neck and shoulders are always comfortable no matter what position you're in. If the neck does tense up, relax the shoulders. Okay, we'll go into the next exercise, which is the hamstring stretch. So if Brooke can get the toner. When lying on the back, it's also a good idea to make sure that your head is comfortable, either on a pillow or on a cushion. Okay, if we place the foot